Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech with Ankush again. So today is day 5 and I am covering this course that is SE300 Identity and Access Administrator course. Till now I have covered this implement and manage external identities. Today I will start this implement and manage hybrid identity. So let me start. So what is Microsoft Entra Connect? Microsoft Entra Connect is a Microsoft tools that connects on-premises Active Directory with Microsoft Entra ID. It keeps user passwords and groups synchronized between both systems. Means let us assume we have one on-prem server. This is one on-prem server. And it will synchronize all users, groups, password, everything to the Entra ID. And we will use this tool Microsoft Entra Connect to synchronize all users, passwords, and groups. So that is why we use this tool. Why do organizations need it? Many companies still have all old on-premises Active Directory servers, but they also use Microsoft 365 Azure cloud apps. So Microsoft Entra Connect helps worlds work together. Simple example. Employee exists in company Active Directory server. Microsoft Entra Connect automatically syncs that user to the cloud. And now we can use username password everywhere. Simple analogy, like think of Entra Connect like a bridge between Office network and Microsoft cloud. What does Microsoft Entra Connect do? It provides user synchronization, password synchronization, single sign-on, hybrid identity management. Main features synchronization like copy users groups from on-premises AD to cloud. Keep both systems updated automatically. Example, new employee created in Active Directory on on-premises server. It will appear on the Microsoft 365 automatically. Then password hash synchronization, sync password hash to cloud. Users like use same password on on-prem and cloud. Microsoft recommend this for most organizations. Important, actual password is not sent, only password hash encrypted version is sent. I will cover this topic in detail. Password through authentication, like I will cover all these topics in detail. Password check happens on premises, like user login request goes to local AD server for verification. Useful when companies want stronger control over sign-ins. Then federation integration, use system like ADFS authentication handled by external federation server. Used for advanced authentication scenarios. Then health monitoring, monitor synchronization and authentication health. Help admins detect problem quickly. Authentication method. Microsoft Entra Connect support 3 major authentication methods. One is cloud authentication. Microsoft Entra ID handles sign-in, 2 options like password hash synchronization or password through authentication. Password hash synchronization, this is recommended. Simple method, benefits, easy setup, less availability, less infrastructure. Password through authentication, password validated on premises. Benefits, enforce on-prem policies immediately. No password stored in cloud, needs PTA agents installed on servers. Then federated authentication uses ADFS or other federation servers. Useful when organization needs smart cards, third-party MFA, advanced authentication method. These are the drawbacks for federation, like it's more complex, more server needed, more maintenance. Single sign-on, like users log in once, access cloud apps without repeated prompts. Why password hash synchronization is recommended? Microsoft recommends enabling password hash synchronization even with password through authentication or federation because backup authentication, disaster recovery, high availability, identity protection support. Real security scenario. If ransomware destroys on-prem AD, organization with password hash synchronization can still log into Microsoft 365 quickly. Organization without PHS, cloud access may stop completely. Important design concepts. Source anchor, immutable ID, unique ID connecting on-prem user with cloud user. Help maintains Identity consistency, usually object GUID is used. User principal name, like user login name, like this example user at contoso.com, must match verified domain in the Entra ID. Then verified domain requirement, if company uses contoso.com, it must be verified in Microsoft Entra ID. Otherwise, Microsoft changes login suffix to contoso on Microsoft.com. Common topology, single forest, single tenant, most common setup, one AD forest, one intra tenant. Multiple forest, one tenant after used after mergers, acquisition, staging server, backup synchronization server used for high availability, disaster recovery. How synchronization internally works? Connector space, temporary stored for imported object, then metaverse, central database where objects are combined and processed. These are the synchronization rules deciding once what syncs, how attributes map, run profiles, control, import, sync, export, operations. Now Microsoft Entra Cloud Sync. It's a newer lightweight synchronization option. Uses small cloud agents instead of full Entra Connect server. Benefits: easy setup, better for disconnected forest, high availability. Then real life analogy. Think of Entra Connect like a synchronization manager between company employees database and Microsoft's cloud. Whenever employees data changes, both systems stay updated automatically. Simple flow. User created an Active Directory. Entra Connect synchronize user. User appears in cloud. Same credentials work everywhere. So I have installed this Oracle VirtualBox, and also I have installed the Windows Server on it. So this is the Windows Server. I have installed it on it. And this Windows Server, actually I'm using the evaluation version for the testing purpose. So, and also I have installed the AD, DS and DNS roles on this server. So now the machine is up. So let me log in to this server. So we can see it's the Windows Server 22 data center evaluation. Let me cancel it. So I have restarted the server, and this server manager error was fixed. Actually, that is just a problem with the file. But if you restart the server, it will get fixed. Or you can remove the file. Let me tell you the file name. So under app data server manager, you will see there like there is a files server list. You can rename that file. Okay. Or regarding these errors, you can use Chat GPT or Google Gemini online tool, and you can fix these errors. Okay. So now we can see I have already installed ADDS and DNS on this server. And if I go to tools and check Active Directory users and computers. So here I can see I have created 3 users: AD user 1, AD user 2 and AD user 3. So these 3 users has been created by me on this server, Windows Server 22. Now I have to go to Entra. So let me log in with my account. So here this is the Entra Connect. Now we can see this there are 2 tools, Cloud Sync and Connect Sync. Entra Connect is the Connect Sync, Cloud Sync it's the lightweight tool. And let me tell you, like after here, the MS Online deprecation on April 7 will impact Entra Connect Sync service. We recommend that you upgrade your Connect Sync version to 2.4.18 higher to avoid impact by deprecation. So this is the Cloud Sync tool, and this is the Connect Sync. So now on the Microsoft Entra Connect Sync, I can see it says not installed. And if I click on here, view comparison chart, so this Cloud Sync, we can say it. We use this. It's a solution for multinational organization that wants to consolidate our identities. Like if we are building a cloud strategy to reduce our premises footprint. This connecting on-premises solution that takes all the operations that are related to synchronize identity data between our on-premises environment and Microsoft Entra ID. And this is the comparison. Synchronization cycle, it is for 10 minutes. It takes 30 minutes, maximum 30 minutes. Then single and multiple on-premises AD Forest both have. So we can compare the difference between Cloud Sync and Connect Sync. Now, and this is the Microsoft Entra Connect Health Connect or Connect Health. This is we used for if we have to check the health of the synchronization for on-premises server and this Entra ID. Then okay. So here manage like here manage from the cloud. We can download Cloud Sync here, or we have manage from on-premises Connect Sync. We can download the Connect Sync agent. So in this way, we can download this Entra Connect tool. So now it's downloading. So actually, let me just show you. Let me pause this downloading. Okay. Now I have copied the link. And let me open up this browser. Okay. So I have I have downloaded this AD Connect MSI .msi file. So this Entra Connect tool has been downloaded, and let me install it. Okay. So okay. So this is the Microsoft Entra Connect. Let me agree and let me click on continue. And here let me select use express settings, or I can customize. So here specify a custom installation location. We can select use an SQL server. It's up to us, like how I want to select the synchronization. So let me select use express setting. Okay. So here I have to enter the ID and password for my Microsoft Entra ID account. So this is my account. Let me Open a duplicate tab. Here, let me go to users. So this is my account. So let me copy this user ID and let me paste it. Then next, so let me redo it. So here, let me type this ID and let me type the password. So now I have to do this MFA. So give me 1 second. So I have approved the MFA on my phone using Microsoft Authenticator app. Now here it asking me enter the Active Directory domain services, enterprise administrator credentials. So now I have to enter the Active Directory like username, the administrator username and the password. So here my website, let me just show you. Hmm. So here it is onsitsolutions.com. So let me type that here. onsitsolutions.com, and I am using the administrator account. Users, I am using this admin account. Now I have to type the password. Okay, might be there is something administrator. ONS IT solutions. Let me just check it. Yeah, ONS IT. Oh, the spelling is incorrect. I have typed SOLTIONS. So now let me type the correct spelling. It's SOLTIONS. SOL. I forgot to type U here. So it doesn't matter. This is just for testing purpose. So here, let me select this one, install. So here, start the synchronization process when the configuration completes. So I told you this synchronization takes maximum 30 minutes for the complete synchronization. So now it's installing, like configuring, and it will take time. So let us see. So on the meanwhile, let me cover the theory part. So what is password hash synchronization? Password hash synchronization is a feature of Microsoft Entra Connect. It allows user to use the same password for on-premises Active Directory cloud apps like Microsoft 365. So what happens in password hash synchronization? So let us assume there is one server. This is on-premises server. Now let us assume we have a user here, and the username for this user is user1, and the password for this user, let us assume the password is password at the rate 123 dollar. Now what will happen when we run this tool if we have selected this option password hash synchronization, what it will do, it will transfer this same user on the Enter ID, like same user ID and password on the Enter ID. But the username will be appear like this one, user1. Only the difference is the password is saved in the form of hashes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it will be saved in the form of hashes. Why? Because of security. Like let us assume someone hacked the Enter ID account. So if the password is encrypted, like it's saved in the form of hash, then the hacker cannot able to guess the password. So this way the password hash synchronization works. This is password hash synchronization. Now, main purpose keeps password synchronized between on-premises Active Directory and Microsoft Entra ID. Simple example: employee password on Office server welcome 123 password has synchronization. A secure version of that password to cloud means it will save the secure version like in the form of hashes to the cloud. Now employee can log into Microsoft 365, use same password everywhere. Important security concept: Microsoft does not send actual password to cloud. Instead, like it Active Directory stores password as hash value. What is a hash? Hash is like we can say one way encrypted mathematical value. Example: password hash value. We can create hash from password and cannot reverse hash back into password. What gets synchronized? Microsoft Entra Connect synchronize hash of the hash, not plain password like extra security is added before synchronization. And how PHS works: user changes password in on-prem ID, ID stores password hash, Entra Connect read hash and extra security processing applied. Secure hash sync to the Entra ID. Means let us assume a user updated the password here, so it is also encryption also took place here like hash and another encryption took place, like let us assume this hash is also saved here, like we did the encryption. This password is also get synchronized in another form of hash, so it's where the password is very much secure, or we can say too secure. So this way synchronization happens. How often does it sync? Every 2 minutes automatically. Cannot change this interval. Means every 2 minutes this Entra Connect tool synchronize everything like users, passwords, groups from on-prem server to the Entra Connect. Now benefits of password hash synchronization: easy setup, same password everywhere, better user experience, high availability, works during on-prem outages, supports cloud authentication. Here in this step, let me just clear like when let us here it says Active Directory stored password hash. So this like here we can assume the password is saved in the form of hashes here, and the secure password get transferred to the Enter ID. Okay, so just understand this process. Now what gets synchronized? Now benefits of PHS: easy setup, same password everywhere, better user experience, high availability, works during on-prem outages, supports cloud authentication. Why Microsoft recommend PHS? Even if organization use password through authentication or federation, Microsoft still recommends enabling PHS for backup authentication, disaster recovery, identity protection. Real life scenario: suppose on-prem AD server fails. If PHS is enabled, your user still can access cloud apps. If PHS is not enabled, cloud sign-ins may stop. Like how things works, let me show you. So I told you like if here what happens, like whenever we save the password, it is saved in the form of hashes. Like in AD, it also do the encryption, and this secure password get transferred to the Enter ID. So whenever this user, let us assume he tries to log in, he try to open any cloud app. So what will happen? The request goes to Enter ID. This Enter ID sends the token to this cloud app, and then the user can able to access that app. Means all the identity verification happens in Enter ID. Now, initial synchronization. When PHS is first enabled, password of all users are synchronized automatically. Future password changes, whenever password changes, updated has synchronized automatically within minutes. So we have to remember this concept. If synchronization fails, Microsoft Entra Connect retries automatically, log errors in Event Viewer. How to enable PHS Express installation? If we are using Express settings, like currently I have selected Express settings, so PHS is enabled automatically. If I selected customer installation, we have to select this password has synchronization during setup. FIPS Federation Information Processing Standard. Some highly secure environment disable MD5 encryption. PHS may require small configuration change to work properly. Now let me check the server. Okay. So we can see the configuration has been done, and let me close this thing. Now let me go to here. Let me refresh whether the synchronization has been. So I can see, I told you, like I have created 3 users, AD user on-prem, and it has been transferred. Like not transferred, it has been synchronized to the Entra ID. Then simple flow, like user change password, has created in AD, says secure has sync to cloud, user sign in everywhere with same password. Means in here the we can say the verification, ID verification, it happens in Enter ID if the person access the cloud app. Then second is password through authentication. So password through authentication is a single sign-in method in Microsoft Entra ID. Like it allows user to use same password for on-prem Active Directory and cloud apps. But password validation happens directly on-premises Active Directory server. So here let me show you, let me tell you what happens. Let us assume this is the on-prem server. Now there is one user and there is some password like XYZ, any password. And this is Entra ID. So whenever this user try to access any application, whether on-prem or cloud app, here what will happen? The request here goes to on-prem server. This on-prem server validate this user is correct and the info is correct, then he can able to access any application. So this is the way this password through authentication works. Main idea with PTA, password hashes are not stored in cloud for authentication. Instead, Microsoft Entra send login request to on-prem server for validation. Means here this is the shortcut. So let me just so if he tries to access this application, request goes to Entra ID. Then Entra ID sends the request to on-prem server and check it's everything is correct. It sends the request here. Then it sends the request to cloud app, like provides the token, and the person can able to access the application. Now simple analogy, like think of password through authentication like calling your office security desk. Cloud asks, is this password correct? Local Active Directory reply, yes or no. Like how PTA works, user enters username and password, Microsoft Entra receives login attempt, means the request send goes to Entra ID. Then request securely forwarded to PTA agent. Like these are the password through authentication agents. When we select this option, these agents will get installed. So request securely forwarded to this PTA agents. Then PTA agent check password with on-prem AD. Then this password through authentication agents check the password on the Active Directory, on-prem Active Directory. If the password is correct, then authentication result return to the cloud. Means it will allow the user to log in into the application. Important security benefit, password is checked locally. So password validation stays on premises, not in Entra ID. But in password hash synchronization, the password validation take place for cloud apps, it take place in Entra ID. Organization keeps more control. What is a PTA agent? We can say it's like a small software installed on server. Usually installed on a Microsoft Entra Connect server, it securely communicates between cloud and on-prem AD. Benefits, same password everywhere, no need for ADFS infrastructure, password checked on on-prem, simple compared to federation, support cloud apps and on-prem app. Now let me go to the server. Now let me show you this Entra Connect features. Hmm. Actually, the system's working slow. Let me make it bigger. So let me just change the setting. It's giving the like the system is not working good. So let me select here normal. Okay. 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 So now here, this is the Microsoft Entra Connect Sync. Let me click on configure. So under here, we can see all the option like customize, synchronize option. If I click on next, this is my Entra ID. Let me select my account. So let me approve the request. Okay, I have approved the request. So this is for directories. Now here I can select sync all domains and OU, or I can select selected one. So it's up to me. So let me select this all. Then optional features like earlier I had selected express settings. So now this option was selected. Password has synchronization. So now it's up to me. I can select password write back, group write back, or this Microsoft Entra ID and attribute filtering. So it's up to me. I can select any options. So let me uncheck. Then next. Okay. So start synchronization when it appears, when configuration completes. So this way we can make any changes on this Entra Connect synchronization to like it's up to us like how we want to configure the settings on the Entra Connect. And till the time it's synchronization, let me show you the other things. So here, now let me go to Entra Connect here. Let me refresh. Okay. Let me refresh the page. Connect sync. Now here we can see earlier it was showing disabled, but now the synchronization status it is enabled. Latest sync less than 1 hour ago. Here we can see password has synchronization. It is enabled. So we can see all the things on our this Entra ID portal and this health and analytics. If I click on this Entra Health Connect, I can see all the errors and everything. Like if there is something wrong with the synchronization, it will let us know. So this Health Connect, we can say it is like a tool to check the health of the synchronization, whether everything is synchronization properly or not. So we can see this ONS solution dot on Microsoft.com. This is the domain which I have created on premises server. It was the status is healthy. So I can check it. And this is my server name, Win RE8LUTQTN26. And it is healthy. The status is healthy. I can see that. So in this way, we can check all the synchronization settings or anything on this synchronization features, or everything is synchronizing perfectly or not on this Entra Health Connect. Then let me see. Okay. So it says now I can exit it. So in this way, we can make any changes on this Azure AD Connect or Entra Connect. Now let me click on configure. So this is change sign in mode. So So here I can select any option here. Like I can select password hash synchronization, or I can select password through authentication, then federation with ADFS, federation with ping federate, or do not configure. Or I can also click on enable single sign-on. Single sign-on means if I have logged in on one app, I don't have to type ID and password again and again on if I log in on the another app. So here I can also select this option. So here in under user sign on, I can select any option. So it's up to us. So let me close this now. So this is completed. Then important limitation, PTA depends on on-prem servers being available. Why? Because all the authentication, it happens in on-premises server. If there is something wrong with the on-premises server, user can't able to access any application. If local AD or PTA agent fail, user may not able to log in. Best practice, Microsoft recommends installing multiple PTA agents. So this provides high availability backup authentication. PTA versus password hash sync, like password validate where in password through authentication it validates on on-prem AD, in PHS it validates on cloud. Password hash stored in cloud, not used for sign in. Here yes. Work if on-prem down, no. Here yes. Simpler than federation, both is yes. So we recommend this PHS over PTA. How to enable PTA? Like I have shown you. Like during setup in custom installation, we can select this PTA feature. And for existing, we can select change user sign in and we can change the authentication. Then tenant level feature, very important. Like PTA affects all managed domains in tenant. Migrating from ADFS, if switching from ADFS to PTA, Microsoft recommends wait at least 12 hours before shutting down ADFS. So this prevent authentication issues. Real life analogy, think of PTA like a remote receptionist. Cloud asks, can this employee enter? Your office AD server check identity and respond. Simple flow, user sign in, cloud send request to PTA agent. Agent checks local AD, access granted if password is correct. Then what is seamless single sign-on? Seamless single sign-on automatically signs user into cloud apps without asking them to enter password again. Like user l- once login once to their office computer, automatically access cloud apps. Means let us assume user have this is the on-prem server and this is the Entra ID. So first user in single sign-on, let us assume this is the user. He tried to log in any cloud app. Let us assume a user. This is the cloud app. A user try to log in on this cloud app. Now, once the validation took place on Entra ID or on-prem, depending upon the method, once the login successful, then if user try to access any other app, no need to type the. There is no, like we can say, he don't have to type the ID and password again and again. So this is single sign-on. Main goal: make login easier. Make login experience easier, faster, and more secure. Simple example: employee logins into company laptop in once, then opens Outlook web app. User gets sign in automatically, no extra password prompted. Works with seamless SSO. Works together with PHS or PTA. Not used with ADFS. Simple analogy: think of seamless SSO like Office Access Badge. You enter building ones, no need to show ID at every room. Then main benefits: better user experience, like users don't repeatedly enter password, access apps faster. Easy deployment, like no extra servers needed, works with existing Microsoft Entra Connect setup. Flexible rollout, like can enable for some users or entire organization using group policy. How seamless SSO works? Step 1, like user opens app, user open any like outlook.office.365.com from corporate laptop inside company network. Redirected to Microsoft Entra login. If not signed in browser, goes to Microsoft Entra sign in page. Enter step 3, user enter username, like any username. Microsoft Entra request Kerberos ticket. Microsoft sends hidden authentication request. Then this uses Kerberos authentication protocol. So what is Kerberos? Secure authentication method used in Windows environments. It provides user already logged in into computer. Then step 5, browser get Kerberos ticket from AD. Browser asks Active Directory for authentication ticket. Browser sends ticket to Microsoft Entra ID. Browser forwards ticket securely. Then Microsoft Entra validate ticket. Microsoft checks ticket valid, user trusted, user get access. Microsoft issues access token. User login completed. So user enters app automatically. So this way we can use this single sign-on. So token used: Microsoft issues access token, refresh token, ID token. These allows secure app access to apps and resources. Security features: uses Kerberos, uses secure tokens, can still require MFA if needed. Important requirement: seamless SSO works best when devices domain joint, user inside company network. Then password through authentication and seamless single sign-on together. This is a common hybrid environment. Feature and purpose, like PTA, valid password on premises. Seamless single sign-on removes repeated login prompts. So together you secure, user friendly. Like if we are using both things, so it works like this way. Real life analogy: think of PT and seamless single sign-on like an employee enter office once with one batch. After that, security recognize employee automatically everywhere. Simple flow: user sign in to Windows, open cloud app, Kerberos tickets created automatically. Microsoft Entra validates identity using this Kerberos ticket, and access granted without password prompt. Now federation. Federation means two identity system trust each other for login and access. Example: company Active Directory trust Microsoft Entra ID. So user can use same password everywhere, log in once and access cloud apps. Main goal of federation: allow users to authentication using on-prem Active Directory while accessing Microsoft cloud services. Example: Microsoft 365, Azure, software as a service apps. Simple example: employee log into company laptop with office password, then open Outlook online. Microsoft trust company's Active Directory login and no separate cloud password needed. Simple analogy, like think of federation like two office trusting each other iCards. Like if office A trust office B, employee don't need new ID everywhere. Federation with Microsoft Entra ID: organization can connect on-prem Active Directory with Microsoft Entra ID using federation services like ADFS or Ping Federate. Means with the help of this ADFS and Ping Federate, organization can connect on-prem Active Directory with Entra ID. So what is ADFS? ADFS, we can say Active Directory Federation Service. It's a Windows Server role that handles authentication, issues security tokens. So let me just go to server. Let me open Server Manager. Okay. So earlier I had installed this ADDS and DNS. So this is the Active Directory Federation Service. If I select this option, so this is the ADFS. Like Active Directory Federation Service provides simplified secured identity federation and web single sign-on capabilities. ADFS includes a federation service that enables browser-based web SSO. So this is the ADDS feature. Sorry, ADFS feature. And if I have to install, I can go to add roles and features and install this ADFS. Then, so what happens during federated login? It's like step by step simplified flow. Users tries to access Microsoft 365, Microsoft Entra redirects login to company ADFS server. Then ADFS check password locally. ADFS send trusted token to Microsoft Entra. User get access to cloud apps. So what happened when, like, if a user try to access any application, let us assume this is a user and this is the on-prem server. I'm just typing on P. This is the on-prem server. User try to select log into cloud app. Request simply goes here. Then the request goes to here, like ADFS server. If we have installed this role, request this ADFS checks, okay, everything is good. It will send the token to Entra ID, and then Entra ID sends the token to the application, like this user is okay, and this user have access to this thing, or this user have this permissions, and the user can able to log in on the cloud apps. Benefits: same password everywhere, authentication stays on premises, single sign-on, advanced security control, support smart cards, custom MFA. Important difference: password has synchronization, cloud validates the password. Password through authentication, cloud asks on-prem AD. Federation, ADFS fully handles authentication. So here, ADFS handles fully authentication. Here, what is a federation trust? Trust relationship between Microsoft Entra ID and on-prem federation server. Microsoft Trust tokens issued by ADFS means here this tokens do not generate by this we can say Entra ID. This Microsoft trust the token which is provided by this ADFS. Components used in federation: Active Directory stores users and passwords. Then ADFS handles the authentication request. Microsoft Entra Connect configure federation connection. Microsoft Entra Connect, this thing. Web application proxy, server placed in parameter network, used for external extranet authentication requests. So what is a federation farm? Group of ADFS servers working together. That is known as federation farm. Benefits: load balancing, high availability, scalability. Means like there are 10,000 users log in at a once. So one ADFS cannot handle that. It's too complicated. So if we have group of ADFS, then 10,000 users can able to access the apps, and they get validated by using ADFS. Requirements for federation setup: to deploy federation, ADFS server admin these to deploy federation, we require ADFS servers, admin credentials, network connectivity, Microsoft Entra Connect. Federation setup using Entra Connect. Microsoft Entra Connect helps automatically configure Trust Connect ADFS with Entra ID. During setup, we configure ADFS servers, authentication servers, web application proxy server, like this is also required during setup, external access servers. Then service account used by ADFS service types like group managed service account, domain user account. Federated domain, like any domain. What are security tokens? When user sign in, ADFS creates a secure token. Microsoft Entra ID trust this token. Token provide user identity verified. Important federation management tasks like Microsoft Entra Connect can help repair trust, add federated domains, add ADFS servers, configure alternate login IDs. What is alternate login ID? Sometimes company UPN is not available. So example, user at contoso.local. .local is not internet routable. So solution, we can use alternate login like user at contoso.com. Device write back. Used for device-based conditional access, it synchronize Azure register devices back to on-prem Active Directory. Why device write back helps? Allows ADFS to trust registered devices, apply conditional access policies. Then drawbacks of federation compared to PHS and PTA: more servers required, more maintenance, more complexity, higher infrastructure cost. So Microsoft recommendation: today Microsoft usually recommends password hash synchronization or PTA. Federation is mainly used when organizations need advanced custom authentication requirements. Then real life analogy like federation, we can say airport immigration systems. Your password is verified by our own company. Other countries trust that verification. Simple flow. User sign in. Microsoft redirect to ADFS. ADFS validate user token sent to Entra. User get access. Now what is synchronization? Synchronization means keeping on-prem Active Directory and Microsoft Entra ID updated with the same user information. This is done using Microsoft Entra Connect tool. What is a synchronization error? A synchronization error happens when Microsoft Entra Connect cannot properly copy or update between systems. Example, duplicate email, invalid username, conflicting accounts. Suppose two users have same email address. So Microsoft Entra ID says I cannot create duplicate identity. So sync fails. Type of sync options, Microsoft Entra Connect performs operation, and this is like meaning like import real data, synchronization, compare process data, export, send changes to cloud. So most important errors happen during export to Microsoft Entra ID. Where we can check errors using the Microsoft Entra Connect Health. I have shown you this thing where admin can see sync reports, failed objects, error details. Common synchronization errors like invalid soft match error. What is soft match? When Microsoft Entra tries to match on-prem user with existing cloud user using email, UPN proxy address. Why error happens? Like two different user accidentally share same email or UPN. So Microsoft get confused which user is correct. Like these one first user it is Bob at Contoso, second Bob at Contoso. So duplicate email causes sync failures. How to fix? Find duplicate attribute, decide which object should keep it, remove duplicate value from other object, and let synchronization run again. Then object type mismatch error. Like what happens? Like two different object type shares same email. Like group and users both uses text at contoso.com. So Microsoft Entra ID cannot decide it is a user or group. So how to fix? Remove duplicate email from the wrong object. Then attribute value must be unique error. Some attribute must be unique. Example, user principal name, proxy address. Error happens when two objects have same email or UPN. Example, two users both assign bob at contoso.com. So this will create the error. Fix, ensure every email and UPN is unique. Then identity data validation failed error. Like user data format is invalid. Example, invalid UPN. Like bob at contoso. We forgot to type .com. So that is the invalid, we can say, user data format. These are unsupported characters. So if we have to type .com. Then federated domain change error, like user moved between federated domains. Like example, bob at contoso.com. Now it is changed to bob at fabricum.com. So both domains federated. So sync may fail. So how to fix? Review federated configuration and update identity properly. Then large object error, like some attribute is too big. Example, huge photo, too many certificates, too many proxy addresses. So Microsoft Entra has size limit. Fix, we have to reduce photo size, certificate count, and number of addresses. Then admin role conflict, like Microsoft blocks soft matching for admin accounts. Why? Security problem. Example, cloud admin account conflicts with synced on-prem account. So how to fix? Remove admin roles temporarily, delete quarantine object, let sync happen, resign roles afterward. Then common attribute causing problem like UPN, like its login name, proxy address, email alias, immutable, unique identity link, source anchor, sync identity reference. What is immutable? Unique identity linking on-prem user with cloud user should never change. Common cause of sync error like duplicate email, UPN, invalid characters. Okay, so source anchor, user moved between forests, so object recreated incorrectly. So best practice: keep UPN unique, email unique, avoid changing source anchor, monitor sync health regularly, clean old objects. Then this is the analogy, like we can think of synchronization like copying employee record between two office. If two employees have same ID number or invalid data exist, copy process fails. Troubleshooting, we already discussed, like check error report, find conflicting objects, correct duplicate invalid data, run synchronization again. Now what is Microsoft Entra Connect Health? Microsoft Entra Health Connect is a monitoring tool for our hybrid identity environment. It helps administrator monitor synchronization, detect problems, view alerts, check server health. The main purpose Microsoft Entra Health Connect Health helps ensure our connection between on-prem AD and Microsoft Cloud stays healthy and working properly. Simple example, password synchronization stops working. Without monitoring, users suddenly cannot log in. But with Connect Health, admin gets alerts quickly, can fix issue quickly. Simple analogy, think of Connect Health like a hospital heart monitor. It continuously checks identity system synchronization or authentication service and warns admin if something goes wrong. What can it monitor? Microsoft Entra Connect Health can monitor Microsoft Entra Connect Sync, ADFS, AD Active Directory domain service. So here, let me close it. So here it can this currently it's working on this ADDS, and it can manage this. We can say it can manage Active Directory Federation service also. What information does it shows in the portal? Admin can see alert, performance data, user analytics, synchronization status, authentication activity. Where is information viewed? Like we can open Entra Connect Health portal and it gives single dashboard for identity health. License requirement, we require minimum P1 license. What is a health agent? Agent, we can say small monitoring software installed on servers. Then the agent collects health information, send it securely to Microsoft Cloud. Where are agents installed? Agents are installed on ADF, like ADFS server. It is agent ADFS health agent sync server sync health agent. So if I let me log in. So if I open up the services, so whenever we install this AD Connect or Entra Connect, it install these services for Entra Connect Health. It get installed by itself. So if I go down, here we can see this is the service AD Connect, Azure AD Connect. Then this is AD Sync. So it is installed. And this is the Entra Connect Health agent. So Microsoft Entra Connect Health agent, it is installed when we install this Entra Connect tool. Then connectivity requirements, the agent needs internet access, outbound connectivity to Azure. Requirements, usually TCP 443, older version also use TCP 5671. Important requirements, before installation, global administrator account, PowerShell 4.0, Microsoft Entra license, TLS inspection disabled or filtered properly. Installing ADFS Health Connect, used when organization has federated using ADFS. Installation step, download Health Agent installed on ADFS servers. Click Configure Now. Single sign in as global admin. Agent registers with Microsoft Entra ID. Important note, Microsoft recommends do not install ADFS agent on sync servers. ADFS service created after installation, these services run automatically. Diagnose service, insight service, monitor service. Sync agent installation, good, like latest Microsoft Entra Connect install sync health agents automatically. So I have shown you in the this here, like it is installed automatically whenever we install the Entra Connect tool. Sync service created, like after installation, sync insight service created, sync monitor service, sync monitoring services. Benefits of Connect Health: detect sync failures quickly, monitor authentication, traffic, identity server problems, improve reliability, better troubleshooting. Examples of problem: if detect password sync synchronization failures, ADFS outage, authentication failures, performance issues, expired certificates. Real life scenario: suppose ADFS certificate expires soon. Without monitoring, user suddenly cannot log in with Connect Health. Admin gets warning before expiration. Simple flow: agent installed on servers, agents collect health data, data sent securely to Microsoft Cloud, admin monitors health dashboard. What is Microsoft Entra Connect Health? Microsoft Entra Connect Health helps administrator monitor hybrid identity systems, detect sync authentication issues, manage identity infrastructure health. It works with Microsoft Entra Connect Sync or ADFS, Active Directory domain services. Main goal: keep our hybrid environment healthy, secure, reliable. A simple analogy: think of Health Connect like a security control room. It continuously watches sync servers, federation servers, authentication services, and alerts admin when something breaks. Email notification: Connect Health can automatically send emails alerts when problem occur. Example: sync failure, ADFS issue, authentication outage. When emails are sent when alerts appear, when issue gets resolved. So how to enable alerts inside Connect Health? Open alerts, open notification, turn notification on, add admin email address and save changes. So, okay. Who can receive alerts? Global admin, admin custom email recipients. Now, if I go to this Entra Connect Health, I go to this notification settings. Now here recipients notify all global administrator, and I can type the email and the person will get the notification. So this way the person will get the alerts. Then yeah, who can receive alerts? Global admin, additional custom email recipients. So here global admin, or I can add the particular person email. Why daily digest was added? Earlier, too many emails for repeated sync errors. Now Microsoft sends summarized daily digest emails. This reduces email spam, duplicate alerts. Delete a server from monitoring. Sometimes old server removed, server retired, monitoring no longer agent. Admin can remove server from Connect Health. Important thing to understand: deleting server from Connect Health does not uninstall Health Connect. It only stops monitoring that server. So if I have to delete the server, what I have to do? So this is my service name. I can, if I want, I can also delete it from here. If I click on delete, I have to type the service name and it will, so the following servers will get deleted. So it will delete this server. Then if you want monitoring again, we must uninstall Health Connect, reinstall agent, re-register again. And how to delete? Like server list, we can like select server, delete, configure server name and delete completed. Delete a service instance. A service instance means entire ADFS farm or sync service environment. Deleting service instance removes monitoring data for that service. Important warning: deleted service instance does not uninstall agents automatically. Azure RBAC. Connect Health uses Azure RBAC to manage permissions. This controls who can monitor and who can configure settings. Best practice: we use least privilege, like provide minimum roles. Access scope: permissions can be assigned at all service instances, like user can manage all monitor services. Specific service instance, like user manage only specific ADFS, farm or sync service. Add users to Connect Health, like open configure, then users, then we select add, we select roles, select user at groups, and we can save. Then diagnose synchronization problem errors. Connect Health helps detect duplicate attribute errors, diagnosed orphaned objects, suggest fix automatically. Common sync errors. Example: two user have same email. Microsoft Entra cannot decide which object is correct. So object become quarantined. Synchronization fail. Diagnose feature. Connect Health can analyze problem, ask diagnostic questions, recommend solution. Sometimes fix automatically. Then these common duplicate attributes, like this is attribute and conflict, like UPN, duplicate login names, proxy address, duplicate email address, SIP, proxy address, teams skip conflicts, or on-prem security identifier, SID conflicts. What is an orphaned object? Orphaned object means cloud object exists but On-prem original on-prem link is broken. Example, user recreated incorrectly in AD. Problem, cloud user and sync user no longer matches correctly. Automatic fix. If Connect Health identifies fix orphaned objects, admin can click apply fix. So it will fix that orphaned object issue. Then these are the status type and meaning, like not started, diagnostic, not run yet. Manual fix required, like admin must fix manually. Pending sync, like fix applied, waiting for synchronization. Real life analogy, think of synchronization like matching employee records between two databases. If duplicate employee ID exists or old records disconnected, system become confused. Microsoft help detect and fix those problems. Simple flow, Connect Health monitors environment, detect sync authentication issues, send alerts, admin diagnose problem, fix applied, synchronization restored. So that's all for this implement and manage hybrid identity. In the next video, I will cover. I will start this part. Implement and authentication. Implement an authentication and access management solution, and I will start this secure Entra users with MFA. That's all for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.